At the moment of birth, each of us is as free as a bird, with not a single restraint tying us down. But with age come the varied shackles that bind, clipping away at our wings, feather by feather. In time, we long for a return to the freedom we once knew. But the truth is, we can return to those days whenever we so choose.
Is this weather perfect or what? The brisk ocean breeze, the wide open sea, smells like a new journey on our horizon. I gotta say, I'm glad I took you up on your offer, Adel. Being stranded on Asteria for so long was really getting to me.
I'm glad I asked you to come.
Same. This has me even more pumped than all the way back when I first left my hometown. It's been a wild ride since then, but that doesn't make me any less grateful to you. I can hardly remember the last time I felt this chipper.
Adel! Dogi! So this is where you two were. My, I never dared dream I'd get to see the actual ocean in person. Even now, it's difficult to believe a vessel this large is capable of floating upon its waves. What manner of sorcery is this?
I guess this is all one big culture shock for someone born and raised on Ys. Dr. Flair here is even giddier than me.
That I am. In my view, being on the surface instead of above it is a miracle in itself. To say nothing of the unprecedented chance it's given me to search for the original strain of Celcetan flower.
Celcetan flower? That's the name of a type of medicinal herb, right? It's native to the Great Forest on the Gallia-Hispani border or something.
Indeed it is. I couldn't very well rest on my heels after hearing that's where you two were headed. The prospect of seeing it in its natural habitat was ample reason to climb aboard.
Your get-up and go could put even Adel to shame. But be sure to mind your health, okay? At the rate you're going, you'll end up fainting in sheer bliss the second you stumble onto those flowers.
Well, frankly speaking, that scenario is all but guaranteed.
Well, we won't be arriving in Celceta for a long while yet. Might as well kick back a bit and enjoy the ride for now, don't you think?
Ah, a passenger. You appear to be a seasoned traveler. Is that right? My apologies for... If this is your first time in the area, you won't want to miss the...
Oh? What's that over there?
Mountains? No, wait. I think those are islands.
Attention all passenger. I am your captain, Victor LaSalle. Allow me to express my gratitude to you for sailing with us on the Adamas today. If you look to our left-hand side, you'll find Obelia Gulf, famous for its sprawling archipelago. This current bout of clear weather lets us see the myriad patches of land, both large and small, that populate these waters. It will be quite some time yet before the ship arrives at our destination in Salcedo. So until then, we invite you to bask in this scenic tapestry of blue seas and beauteous islands. Understood. Let's make haste.
My word! What a magnificent sight!
Obelia Gulf, huh? Sure doesn't disappoint. That reminds me, Adel. You said you were looking for a western archipelago before you came to Asteria, right? There any chance this might be... Whoa! A little close for comfort, don't you think? How's a guy supposed to take in the sights like this? Hey, Adel.
Men, prepare to hunt. Behold thy foes with steady hearts. Fear not thy fate, for life and death are the deities to decide. Those who fall with valor shall be ushered into their divine kingdom. Now, shout forth the name of our god!
Har!
Huh?
It can't be!
Pirates!
So he did hire mercenaries.
Shield wall! Charge!
Stay behind us, Doc.
Right. Thank you.
Oh? You another one of them mercs? Bit on the puny side, ain't he? Sure you know which way to hold that thing, little fella?
What a joke. The big lug behind him would be more worth our time.
Why else do you think? Everybody's gotta make a living one way or another. Enough chit-chat. Let's make this quick. Rotten punk!
You bumbling louts! How long does it take to handle one sellsword trying to play bodyguard?
Our fault, ma'am. The kid's a lot tougher than he looks.
Oh, really? Fine then. I'll take care of him myself. Done saying your prayers?
Nice try!
What?
Whoa! Here it comes!
Whole lot of fuss for one small fry.
Try not to lose that red head of yours, kid!
Princess. I must ask that you stand down. That boy appears to be no more than a passenger.
What?
We have already apprehended the captain. Right this way.
So those are pirates. This is my first time encountering them in the flesh.
Oh boy, we're in a real jam now. Ugh.
Captain Victor LaSalle. I thought we had an agreement. There's a toll for sailing these waters. And you promised never to skip out on it again.
Hold on a moment! This is the last time, I swear! Whatever you do, just let me live!
We both already know how this goes. Any room you had to parley was forfeit the minute you put those mercenaries on your payroll.
Stay your hand, boy. Those are no mere pirates. They're the Balta Sea Force.
Whoa! Guess good eats are a given when you... The stuff you get further in...
That aside,
Yeah. Who'd have guessed the Obviously, the captain already paid the... But I hear they're even seizing his ship.
it leads me to wonder what, to their credit, they did let Adel loose after...
Doesn't make those lugs any less high.
Like Normans, you mean?
Norm.
There are lawless people from the north. Within word is, they've looted their way not to raiding towns, pillaging church, and the Balta Sea Force makes up just one fact.
Sounds like your typical pirates.
I was given to understand that the entire...
Rumor has it that not even the Empire, the Normans, have had an iron-fisted grip on. Some say that it spares us from suffering under Roman...
Hey, did you hear about what happened?
I did. Captain LaSalle was treading a dangerous line.
Won't argue with that. Those pirates had no right to waltz in. Why should any of us have to play?
Shush! I can sympathize, but that sort...
Oh, what did I do to deserve being born in Carnac, of all places?
I see what you mean. Doesn't sound like they get the war.
As would be the case in any town. It does have the bevy of islands we saw from the...
Oh, yes, that's true. We locals are so used to the...
That reminds me, Missy. These islands wouldn't happen to come with any unusual... Our little group's got a special...
Is that your reason for traveling, maybe? I can't guarantee there's anything that'll live up to... Let's see... Aha! If it's run-of-the-mill folktales...
Really now? Do share.
Well, legends tell of what's known as the Sea. The throne is said to be hidden away on one of the islands. Supposedly, whoever finds and sits upon it will...
Oh, that's some juice. How about it, Adel? Let's do it. Who are you fooling?
Hold on a moment.
Oh, what's the harm? Let them chase their dreams.
Heck, back when I was their age,
Forgive him. He's had a few ales too many. Say that throne really exists, though.
Huh? Me? Well, for our humble little business to prosper.
brings a tear to...
Renee must be proud.
Makes me want to spend 3 days and nights drinking this tavern down to its last drop. And I do it all with a smile.
How sweet!
I think you've had quite enough for one day. Our apologies for bothering you, gentlemen.
Nah, it's all good.
Like they mentioned, my name is Rosalind. I'm the daughter of the owners. The three of you are going to be lodging with us tonight. If you have any issues during your stay, anything at all, just let me know. Of course! Well, I'd better get back to work.
Such a capable young lady.
By the way, Adel, I know this Sea King's throne is a big... The travel funds we scrounged up were only enough to get us to...
Quite right. With that in mind, upon our arrival, I noticed a flyer that's...
Well, ain't that convenient?
Are you youngsters in need of work?
Yeah. You got any leads?
Well, both the harbor and the town militia are hired. The docks are always short on labor. I'm certain a brawny fellow such as yourself. And the red-haired lad is a swordsman, no?
No joke? That's great.
Seems we have a few promising candidates.
Sure do. Let's get out there. All right, you two. This is where we split up for now.
Indeed. I may just take a look around town.
Let's aim to meet back up around... Adel, I'm guessing you're also gonna...
Me. Seek me.
Adel? If you're sure. Anyway, back to what I was saying. You probably plan to wander the streets a bit yourself. We'll catch you both later then.
I've got to say, the quality of this...
One might say the same of Obelian seafood. Rome and Hispani may be at odds, right?
To be perfectly honest, our middleman here deserves all the credit.
That attire?
Well spotted. I am indeed. However, I find that being a tradesman...
They say Normans are first-class marine.
I'm flattered to hear you say so.
It's thanks to the Balta Sea Force that they're the ones who make sure ships...
Not having those persnickety Rome, I very much look forward.
And let's not forget...
On a separate note, Romas, the militia recently informed me that correct me if I'm wrong, but...
Well, it's nothing I'm not aware of. Shouldn't be long before they report back. Yeah.
You there!
Well, here's an unfamiliar face. Is everything all right?
Sorry for calling to you out of nowhere, like, we each have a child about the same...
Honestly, who do those Balta hooligans... They impose an exorbitant toll on...
Some ships, like the Adamath, but when they're found out... That's for sure. Once you're dead, that's it.
Ironically enough, the Baltas, in that sense, they do their part. When all is said and done, as long as we live here...
There are far fewer instances of pillaging than before now. Still, it would be nice if our mayor could put his foot down every once in a while.
I pity the man.
Well, that's what he signed up for when he took on the job. Anyway, you just be sure to stay out of their line.
Oh, you got a job? Huh? Wait a second. Don't tell me. You've never seen you around before. The name's Gren. That all, huh? Man, oh man. Wait, what? Let me guess. The pay... It did used to be slightly better for what it's worth. But the mayor slashed our budget when the Balta Sea Force says jump. You mean it? I knew I liked you for... The only problem is, our commander and the others... They should be here tomorrow, though. Call it a hunch, but I've got a feeling you and I are gonna be fast friends. Calling all youths. A career in the Carnac militia?
Seek me. This way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seek me. Right here. Find me. Can you... They stole you. I'm sorry. My name? Leela. Who are you? Adol. Search. Island. Help. In.
So the shell spoke to you. As for this mana you mentioned...
Well, of course it is. That wolf you fought that just... I talked up a storm with the guys down at the docks.
It may well be that something is actively unfolding as we speak.
The Baltus Sea Force, mana, doesn't seem to tie in with that Sea King's throne we heard about earlier. You know what that means. Here I always thought adventure was something you had to seek out. But whenever you're around, Adol, finding that girl's gonna be a tall order, though.
The first step is to gather information.
I'll put my new job down at the harbor to use and poke around for some intel.
As for myself, I'll see if I can't find someone in town who's willing to lend us a hand.
Sounds like a plan. Let's kick things off first thing tomorrow morning,
Well, sorry to There's something I need to double-check. You're probably full of questions, but I'm in no mood to Just think of this as us picking up where we left. So you do know of it. I won't hold back this time. How about this? Eat this! How about this? power of mana. You didn't use it back on the Adamas. Leela? Mana, on the other hand, imbued in a sword. It brings forth only those chosen by the All-Father out of the Sea Force. And blood and thunder. Grieger. Hardly. Put a Grieger down with just any old weapon. Mana is the only thing that can... Well, aren't we popular? What was that just now? What in hell did you just do to us? At least now I have a good grasp on what I was sent to investigate. We're finished here. And I'm a Norman. A pirate. Can't handle that? Then pack... Son of a... Handcuffs? Made of mana? You! What? Guess not. Stuck! Hey! Quit gawking and help! Either we get these off, or... Hate to say it. He knows more about mana than I do. What a mess. We'll have to stick together for a while. Huh. Nothing. My name's Karja. Karja Balta, daughter of Grimson Balta. I thought you'd already realized. Well, no time to waste. It's over by the harbor. Hey, don't stray too far. Taking enough tumbles for my liking. Wonder if Gunnar knows it.
Hey, Princess. Back already?
Who's your +1?
Is Gunnar in?
Yeah, I'll go get him for you.
Not every day you see the princess bring in someone from the straight and narrow. You her little boy toy now, or... Wait, for real? Actually, now that I think about it, wasn't that so...
Hey, what are you whispering to him about? I swear.
What seems to be the trouble, Princess?
Gunnar, how many times do I have to tell you to quit calling me that?
Oh? Who might this boy be?
He's the swordsman Grimson told me to look into.
A request from the Jarl. Ah, now I remember. He was... I see. What's more, the latter has...
That better not be a...
Not at all. It is, however. Unfortunately, he is...
Tomorrow? And just what am I supposed to do until then?
With all due respect...
What?
It wouldn't do to have a non-shield brother accompanying us for... This may even be to your... What better chance to familiar... I believe you're at an age now where...
Fair.
Not to mention it is...
In what way?
There are those who would be only too pleased to... We have no need to voluntarily provide them with issues to...
All right already. I get the message.
Adel, was it? I am Gunnar, War Chief of the Baltus Sea Force. I can imagine. No doubt you have many thoughts on this subject. We Normans have our ways. Nevertheless, I would ask that you work in concert with her and us until we manage to set you two free. Good. I will notify you as soon as the Jarl returns, Princess. Until then, travel with Adel and mind what he says.
Don't you have that backwards, Gunnar?
That you feel the need to ask is all. The boy is, if nothing else. I had best return to my duties. Take care. I leave the rest to you, Adel.
So, this is the Azrad Clinic. Some of our crew's been treated here.
Who is it? I'll be there in just a moment. Oh, Dr. Flair. Sorry again for putting you up to that house call.
No, don't. Actually, I stopped by to ask.
Why, of course. What is it? Would it happen to have anything to do with the local celebrity standing behind you?
Yes, she is the crux of the matter.
Well, I can certainly see why that'd be a... It just so happens that we've been collecting used... There might be something in there that'll... Is something...
No, it's just...
Our clinic has a policy of helping all those who are... That goes for everyone, be they a Roman, a Spaniard, or Norman. And besides, in your case, give me just a moment. There we are. Alrighty.
I still don't see the problem with what I'm in now.
This goes on the outside.
Hold it! I am a Norman warrior. How am I meant to keep an even keel in that flimsy getup?
There's no need for that. Mirabelle can handle it.
But, odd as it sounds, much like your mana, in fact.
Huh?
Clothing that suits the occasion can do wonders for your courage and confidence. For example, donning this nurse uniform fills me with pride and peace of mind. The outfit you're currently in has a similar effect on you, doesn't it, Princess? You've been told to spend the entirety of today here in Carnac. I'm positive the memories these garments hold will give you the strength to do just that. What one wears during life's biggest moments can't...
So that's how you people see it. Fine then. Your words won me over.
I knew you'd come around.
See? What did I say? Frankly, she may be a great deal more affable than we or the townspeople give. As for Mirabelle...
Dun da da da! The time has come for the grand reveal from fearsome pirate princess.
You call this cute? Huh. You really think so? Actually, now that I'm wearing it, this is a lot more mobility than I thought it would.
Consider me astounded.
Not even I thought it would go this well.
On that note, you should probably be on your way, Adel.
The sea breeze feels better than ever. Wonder if that's thanks to this getup. Still needs some breaking in. It's not half bad. Don't think that means I'm giddy.
And you're absolutely sure they were dead?
No doubt about it, sir. It all happened so quickly.
Adel! You showed up! Wait, who's the girl?
Hey.
Man, she's a real looker. I've got a childhood friend myself. Anyway, thanks for making the trip over and all. Yeah. Some pedestrians were attacked by a pack of our guys from the militia made sure to... But the minute they took their eyes off the bodies...
Maybe a bear came by and snatched up its next few meals?
Whisking that many dead wolves away in the few moments no one was looking? The most likely answer is that they were never actually finished off.
Isn't that man...
So it's possible these wolves escaped with their injuries and are still lurking. Yet despite that, the blockade was lifted. Do I have that correct?
That's about the long and short of it. But no matter how you spin it...
That's unusually glib coming from you. I understand the desire to stick up for your men. Now get moving.
Hey! I've just about had it with your selective hearing. Commander Gulliver and the rest of the militia made every effort to kill those wolves and keep the roads blocked. But there's only so much we can do when we're constantly understaffed. The whole squad's exhausted, and it's all because you caved into the Normans and slashed our budget.
That's enough, Gren.
But, Commander!
The mayor's right. We're in a race against time.
Yes, sir!
My men and I will move out straight away, Mayor Clement. We'll report back as soon as we can.
See that you do.
All right, let's get this show on the road.
Sorry, Adel. Duty's calling. If you're still interested in signing up, drop... Great.
Huh? Don't tell me you're bent on helping. Have it? So the militia headed for the Hagen Highway, huh? We can get there by circling back past the clinic. You want to follow him? Then hurry it up.
Should be a good spot to rest.
How's that? Form up! Form up! Go time, Carnac! How's that? Stronger the better. I don't believe it. Commander.
Couldn't tell you. but I've got a pretty good idea of why all that carrion went missing now.
Adel?
No! You need to fall back! These things can't be...
No way!
What in the world is going on here? Mana, you say? I did hear that a handful of Normans had mysterious powers at their disposal.
And you're saying that seashell there gave you the ability to use them?
That's ridiculous. You can't expect us to actually believe that.
And knee slide! God Almighty, Leela Almighty, Adel Almighty! I beseech thee, grant me thy strength! Oh, crap. No dice, huh?
Not a speck of shame in this one.
Well, Commander, now that we know the whole story, let's ask Adel and his lady friend to save the townsfolk in our place.
What?
Come off it, Gren. These two aren't part of the militia.
The mayor chewed us out enough.
Well, I'm not hearing any other bright idea, and there's more where they came from.
Well...
Besides, Commander...
Is that right? It's Adel and Karja, right? Hate to put you out, but we're gonna need you to rescue the town.
Far above.
Oh, right. Take this with you. Let me know if you run out, and we'll come back you up once we're finished tending to the... Best of luck to you.
Found some already.
What's the big idea? Blocking the road. Don't you have any idea how vital today's negotiations are?
You do realize that they don't understand human speech, right? Anyway, I can't put my finger on it.
Hard to imagine feeling good about a wild animal attack, son. Anyone, man or beast, once the militia gets here.
Who are you two?
Oh, folks from the militia. How's that? Whoa!
Crap. Looks like I was right to think those wolves were out of the ordinary. Priorities, Dad?
Shoot. Good call. How would you two like a job escorting us to our destination? I'm Romes of Carpent...
Romes Carpent.
Well, what do you say? Oh, Cruz, you're about their age, giver.
No can do, Dad.
Why not?
Because those wolves just now weren't the last of them. Are you really so short-sighted that you'll throw away every scrap of trust the town has in you just to close a deal? Credibility is the most important commodity a merchant can have.
Oh, way to go, mate.
Well, that settles that. We'll make the sensible choice and return to Carnac. Much appreciated.
Adel, over there!
This could be trouble.
Then what are we supposed to do?
Well, just kidding. Run as soon as I give you the signal.
Wait!
Huh?
Who are you guys? Let us take care of this.
Form up!
We're safe?
Wow. The name's Rafe.
This little fella is Ashley. I've heard those things were unkillable. I just don't want to be the kind of human garbage who'd leave a child in danger.
So, what are you doing out here anyway?
I just came out to pick some wild plants and stuff.
The kid lives on his own. He's not short on guts, at least.
Oh, stuff it. You're the one who went on about there being a lot of beasts around these days, before inviting yourself along.
And thanks to that, I mean, you get along just fine with that little girl over at the lighthouse.
Not really. I do wonder if Sasha's all right, though.
Good call. Better than waiting for more wolves to gather. Come on.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Warm up!
Nice work, Adel! Another one. Down that way!
You impertinent brutes! Do you even realize who you're dealing with? This can't be the end.
Quit screaming and hollering before you rile them up even more!
My pleas are answered.
How's that?
How sluggish can you be?
Excuse me? You're real gussied up.
That's... What concern is that of...
Who's arguing?
Snob! No, I must contain myself. My name is Millette. I am... Forgive my lapse in manner. You see, I am rather eager to continue down this highway, but those peculiar wolves litter the path ahead.
Hang on.
Not at all.
Aye. We don't take the path we came here on.
Very well. I shall do as you suggest.
That scream just now. I think it came from over there. If so, that's Pharos Lighthouse. I think the man who tends the place is living there with his kid.
Get away from there at once! Blast! There's no time to lose. Who are you two?
Stay back. This won't take us long.
Warm up! How's that?
Thank you for coming to my rescue. Aren't you that same lad from Rooseveri's place? Oh, never mind that. How can I possibly relax? The lighthouse has been overrun by beasts.
Rosalind?
Please, save them! I beg of you!
We'll make our way in. Living is a choice. I hear you. Let's go. Something's here. Now this I like. Let's keep up the pace. Its defenses look pretty sturdy. Let me take a crack at it first. Eat this! Serves you right! Next! What? There they are. Can we even make it in time? Next! Eat this! Yeah! Want to take a break here?
Everything's going to be fine, Sash. Someone will be here to rescue us any moment now. Take this! Don't come any closer, you bully! Leave Rosalind alone! And pick on someone your own size! Sash! Paddle? Right. Who are you?
Name's Karja. You did good, kid.
Okay.
Let's get this stuff up! Your turn, Adam! Wipe the floor with it! Let's get in my sights! Shatter! To bed! Let's get him! In my sights! Dodge this! Let's get him!
Wow. What in the world?
Hey!
Daddy!
Sash! Thank the stars. You're not hurt, are you?
Oh, Daddy! I was... Oh, Sash.
We saw how you tackled that thing, Adel. You two were awesome with a capital A. Right, Commander?
That he does. He and the young lady here were so in sync, I thought...
It's because of you both that Rosalind and my little girl came out unharmed. I can't possibly thank you enough.
The other travelers who were along the highway are fine as well. Adel, Karja, you've got our gratitude.
Grin.
Rosa. I didn't even realize you left town. It's a good thing you're okay, though. I don't think your folks could take it if something happened to you. Oh, right. So I owe you for saving her, too.
Adel, just what were those creatures?
That's something we're still trying to get a handle on ourselves. But let's hold off on it until we get back to... Might be a good idea to fill the mayor in on the situation and hash things out ASAP.
What a long day. Can't wait to chow down back at the inn. Wait, do they even have any empty rooms? Then again, these cuffs will probably... We can worry about that later. Let's focus on getting some grub for now.
Heyo, short time no see.
Almost too short.
Oh, come on, buddy. I know it's a little last minute, but after talking stuff out, we decided...
A welcome party.
Don't mind him, Karja. Really, it's more that we want to repay you for everything you did earlier. All of us are around the same age.
I'll just come out and say it. Long story short...
Friends?
That settles that.
Didn't this area used to be a shipyard?
Huh. I'm surprised you know about that.
The Sandras.
'Cause it is.
Right this way, you two.
What's all this?
I'm glad you asked. Welcome to the secret headquarters of the Carnac Free Youth Brigade.
Ugh, you never change, Gren.
Oh, yeah?
Now, break it up.
Wait, you're... Actually, now that I get a good look, this room's full of them.
Well, all of us were born and raised here, and this place has been our usual gathering spot ever since we were...
I'm a bit older than the others, though, so it's been some time since my last visit.
So, yeah. We stuck.
The two of you wound up our main topic of discussion.
No sooner did we consider inviting you over than Gren the goofball here bolted out the door. Sorry for letting him off his leash.
You keep calling me a goofball, and I might actually go brain dead. Then what'll you do?
No worries there.
We really are sorry about the trouble. Still, there are a lot of things I'd like to ask you two about. We may be in the same age group, but there's a certain aura of...
I couldn't agree more. Would you mind going into detail about that power you used to save us?
I get the sense everyone here is trying to make you feel welcome in their own little way. You're not obliged to humor us, of course.
Don't forget, I'll let you take the reins here.
Well, no need to be shy.
You travel around in search of adventure? Get out of here!
Now I can see why you were so excited about...
And everything you know about sword fighting is self-taught?
And at only 17, too.
Cruz and I are 16.
And Gren here finally got his dream job.
Technically, he's still...
Ah, cram it. I forget, though.
I'm sorry. What?
Might want to walk it back.
Point taken.
That reminds me, Rafe. You got a live-in position at the mines in the countryside, right?
Yeah, I've gotten used to it, more or less. Plus, the pay's decent enough. Anything to help my mom out, you know?
Rafe.
Bet you don't get much free time either, Cruz. Guessing you gave up your goal of being a ship...
I may as well have. That's just the way it goes. How are things in the militia, Gren?
It's fulfilling work, sure. And by now, our rock-bottom pay is a joke everybody's in on.
Can't do much about that, except...
all that extra money from downsizing the militia staff, and it was the mayor who made the choice to take that huge chunk out of your fund.
Hey, Gran, was it?
Whoops. Sucks to say, but yeah. It's ironic. I joined the militia as a way to stand on my own 2 feet.
Grief is kind of a strong word there, bud.
Sorry.
All right, you three. You're...
Ooh. That bad, huh?
We did sound about 3 times older, just...
So, how'd you find yourself in these parts?
Whoa now. You're not a...
He wouldn't have come on foot if that...
I was told you met Dogi and Dr. Flair during your travels.
Yeah? So how does Karja fit into the picture?
Me? Well, I am a Norman. Hell.
Well, I think that...
That's true. Besides, Karja had a hand in saving...
Hold that thought. What's got you worked up all of a sudden?
I hear shouting.
Who could that...
Gren! Gren! Are you in there?
Pops? Is that you?
Keep the door shut and listen to me. Under no circumstances are any of you to leave that room.
What? Why not? Crap. It won't open! Pops! Pops!
What's going on out there?
Sounds like screaming. And cannon fire.
It's... gone quiet.
Shit! Hey! Answer me, damn you!
Waiting around in here won't do us any good. We gotta see what happened for ourselves.
Aaron, wait!
Ah, dumbass. The rest of us are probably better off hanging back.
Aye. You stay put. There's no telling who we're up against, Adam. Let's go check on the command post. Rieger?
Switch!
Now of all times? Out of my way!
How's that? Gotcha! Warm up! Shatter! Gotcha! How's that? Go time!
Fire's gotten this far?
Someone! Anyone! Switch!
Here too? Gunnar should have left by now. We heard him screaming earlier, so where'd they get to? There are Grieger all over too. Doesn't seem like Ren's in the area either.
Ren! Where are you? Answer me! Skater. What happened to everyone? Yeah! How's that?
Crap! Not these things again! Sorry.
Oh?
Huh?
A woman?
Fall back! It isn't safe!
You found some stragglers, did you? A shame they aren't quite what we're looking for.
What?
They may have fallen short of the mark. I do so despise pointless waste after...
The hell are you on about?
You there. Still, a miss is a miss.
Oh? There's something off about you.
It healed!
Just... Grieger. In human form? No way to know if they're behind it all.
Perhaps a little roughing up is in order.
Here they come! Say I teach you some discipline.
How's this? Shatter! To bit! How's that? Shatter! To bit!
That's quite enough of that.
Eat this! Let's get him!
Skeeter! This witch.
You two sure you've got this? If only I hadn't run off all half-cocked.
What's this? My wounds aren't healing? Don't tell me you two are the ones he was talking about.
There. Another scar for the road.
This can't be. You lowly human filth. You're the Dorson, am not your canvas. Never have I been so vexed, wretched girl. Come, my minions!
What the hell are these guys?
Gregor! All of them!
Shred her face into a miserable pile of flesh!
We're on our last leg. Adol!
Friends. It isn't oft I get more, perhaps I should say. I see. Welcome to Viewpoint Isle, the site of my solitary... What exactly, however, but be that as it may. You, on the other hand, appear to have elsewhere to return. I wish you all the best.
Hey, Adol! This is no time to be spacing out!
You okay?
What was that power just now? Forget it. Move out!
Right!
No pity, no mercy, no forgiveness! They think this is over. Evie, to me! I don't care how many limbs you have to tear off. Seize those gutter snipes and drag them back before my feet!
Let's hide out at the old shipyard for now. We can flee town from there.
Yeah, Rosa and them are waiting on us. Holy... What's with that walking mountain?
Another Greeker?
Adol! There's a shortcut to the shipyard over this way!
Adol! Gren, hurry!
The road's blocked!
Let's break through!
The hell's that musclehead's problem?
Either keep running or die wondering!
Go time, Karja! How's that?
Now it's barrels?
Go time!
This way! The bridge!
Monostring across!
He caught up to us!
We'll have to fight our way past! Let's tackle it together!
Shatter! To this! Shatter! To this! Still got some ratings, right?
Thanks!
Yeah! You're kidding.
Gotta stick it out! Gotcha! There! There! How's that? Hang in there, Karja!
Thanks.
Gotcha!
How's this? Easy pickings!
The hideout's down this way!
We'll slide to the bottom!
A fallen tree?
Stop!
They're already here? Then where did everyone else go? Shh!
Hey, anything turn up? Nah, not a soul left to be found.
Am I crazy, or are those things talking?
These humanoid Grieger might be a nastier threat than we realize.
Those brats from earlier must have been the only ones hiding out then. Oh yeah? And where are... I brought them along with...
They were captured?
You're telling me to just leave our friends? Screw that! I'll save them alone if I have to!
What can you possibly do?
Son of fuck!
Adding fuel to the fire will just make everyone burn. We're out of escape routes. Aye. All the more reason to rid yourself of me while you can. I'll hack off my hand and act as a decoy. It's been left to rot for who knows how long. All right, we're shoving off! We made it to open waters. Goes to show how off the wall this is. The lighthouse has gone dark. Just our luck this had happened while Grimson's away. I'm still in rough shape. Can't you tell? Come here. I'll teach you the basics of handling a ship. A short break will do me some good anyway. They're not coming after us. We were right to escape by boat. Set our heading west-southwest. First step is to meet up with the Baltic Sea Force. How about that? Guess I can leave things be a while without you running. I should have some of my strength back after resting up a bit. The helm's all yours in the meantime. I'd place us around halfway between. Seems you're starting to get a feel for steering. About those humanoid Grieger, by the way. Your guess is as good as mine. The bestial kind's been showing up here and there in Obelia Gulf for a long... Me and Grimson, my old man, have been wiping him out with no one else... I did what I was ordered. I think Grimson's been making some kind of investigation, but he still won't tell me a damn thing. Other than that I should look into him myself if I'm so curious. Or that carving one's path through the wall. Probably. Apparently. I started ever since. I always assumed an explanation would... So, with that as my guiding thought... In what way are we anything alike? What? And now you're just playing me for a sap. Wait, is that what ends up happening when you're born and raised? So, there's folks out there who know nothing about... That why you set off on this adventure to learn more about what you didn't know? I wonder... about myself, maybe? You really raised my hackle. These cuffs aren't an invitation to read my feelings. Why did it take me this long? Something the matter? Those shit. It's the Grieger. Why else? You've got us in firing range. We're too short on manpower to fight our way out. One extra pair of hands on deck would at least give us a chance.
Look no further then. Just now, yeah. I've got a few choice words for you both, but there's bigger fish to fry right now.
What can you do?
I took artillery training as part of my drills in the militia.
Cannon duty it is.
Sure thing. I'll give it my best shot.
All right, Adel. Prepare for naval combat. Reinforcements?
Shit! There's no end to them!
They're out to ram us!
Who the heck?
It's them!
Right then, full speed ahead.
Send a message to all vessels. Maintain spindle formation and crowd sails. From there, proceed as planned.
Aye, sir. Volta Sea Force, close in and prepare to board. For hard! For hard!
Talk about swashbuckling. There's not a trace of fear on any of them.
Aye. We wouldn't have the right to call ourselves Normans otherwise.
Still, they're against the undead. It's a losing battle.
Not for him.
Moment of truth. Let's get this over with.
Fight well, Jarl Grimson.
I won't be long.
A pleasant evening to ya. Too bad. It's the last you'll ever get.
How did one guy do all that by himself? Wait, is he who I think he is?
Grimson Balta. My old man, and the Jarl of the Balta Sea Force. It's not just mana either. He triggered what we call a berserker state.
What now?
On top of wielding mana, he can go berserk whenever he pleases. It's a form of combat that only develops in a select few, turning their heightened emotions into raw power. The user gains monumental strength at the cost of their senses, causing them to fight till their stamina runs dry. But from what I'm told, Grimson's got the power to bend it to his will.
Excellently done. The enemy
Those whore sons are like a lizard's tail. I ain't letting you put my nose to the grindstone all willy-nilly.
Be that as it may, do you...
Far from it. They won't. Still, to think those Grieger would cobble together a whole... Guess that means the time's finally arrived.
Hey! That ship's closing in on us!
The Norgist.
Princess.
Same to you, Gunnar.
Not once did I expect such an ordeal to befall Carnac. You would have avoided it entirely had I not insisted you remain there.
It's fine.
We'll be sending a scouting party to the town at once, though you must be exhausted.
Got it.
Hoy there, Karja.
Grimson. Bite your tongue!
I suppose that's neither here nor there. That boy over there, the mana user... Seems to me like that goes the other way around. I've heard bits and pieces about what you've been through. Probably has your mind swimming in questions. You, lad, are gonna be helping us out. Can't have enough mana wielders in these trying times, am I right?
Crimson.
Hey! Hold on a sec! Those goons kidnapped the entire population of...
They what?
We didn't realize it had come to that point.
Protecting the town was part of the deal my pops made with you, wasn't it? So go save them! If you don't, who will?
Oh yeah, you're Clement's boy, ain't ya? Let me offer a little reminder. We Normans ain't defenders of justice. We're lawless brigands.